Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session on grape varieties. This is on Corvina. So this is ideal, this short presentation, for those of you that are studying your WSET Level 2 award in wines. Corvina is one of the minor grapes. There's a small section, about half a page. So this is ideal and suited to those of you studying this to help you with the few facts that you need to know about it. So this is our intermediate version. If you require a more in-depth version, please check out our advanced version, which is ideal for WSET Level 3 and above, which goes into the history, the etymology, the viticulture vinification, and so on of the grape Corvina Veronese. Okay, so let's move on. Now, if you have any comments or questions, you can find us on social media. That's at Wine with Jimmy, which is my personal handle, at West London Wine, which is the wine school I run in Fulham, one of the UK's leading wine education facilities. South London Wine as well, another wine school that I own, and Streatham Winehouse, which is a bar that I have down in South London. So if you're in London next, please come for a class or a glass. It would be great to see you. So first up then with Corvina. The variety is from northern Italy. It is its full name is Corvina Veronese. So it is a Verona-based grape variety. So therefore from around Venezia or Veneto. So this is around sort of east of Lake Garda, around the areas of Verona, the city of Verona, towards Venice, but mainly around Verona. That's its kind of spiritual home. Now, Corvina in this landscape, it is a nice, big, thick-skinned black grape, and it is used in the production of red wines, and it is normally the dominating grape variety behind most of the red blends here, such as Valpolicella, for instance. So it will be the major grape variety found in those blends. There are very few single varietal Corvinas, so it is normally a blending grape variety. It produced wines that normally with lowish tannins and some rather nice high souring acidity, certainly for the more mainstream, inexpensive production of Valpolicella. Of course, there are some examples that are a bit more structured, but they will tend to be for the more sort of bigger wines like Amarone. Yeah, and that leads us into it. So low to medium tannins and high acids, classic for the DOCG of Valpolicella. So this is that area immediately to the north of Verona. Then you have the Valpolicella Classico, which is the heartland of that area, slightly more structured and a little bit more concentrated in style, but they would still be on the lighter side of red wines. And you will also find them, the grapes are used in the appassimento method. So this is where the grapes will be harvested. They then will be dried in well-aerated buildings in the hillsides of around Verona, where they will then lose some of their moisture content. So they evaporate some of the moisture content, so they become semi-dried. If you then make a dry or off-dry red wine out of these semi-dried grapes, that is what we call an Amarone della Valpolicella. So that's the bitter one of Valpolicella, the Valley of Many Cellars. So the bitter one of the Valley of Many Cellars. They're very full-bodied because there's a big concentration or more concentration of sugar, less water in the grape. You'll find the alcohols are normally around 15%. But yes, full-bodied, and think of things like dried fruits, because it is made from a dried fruit. And then the very famous old Roman wine, Recetum, is made as Recioto della Valpolicella. So this means Recioto is the name of the wine, which is a sweet style of Valpolicella, made from the same sort of grapes as Amarone, but this time the grapes are so concentrated that they will only make a sweet wine. It is impossible to fully ferment those. So that is the sweet red wine of the area. Now, where do we find these areas, the main areas, according for your WSET Level 2? So this is in Veneto. This landscape here, as you can see, let's get the pointer. Here is Lake Garda on the westerly point of Veneto. And then Veneto goes all the way down to the Gulf of Venezia, or the Venice Gulf, and that is on the Adriatic. We're looking really around the Garda area, south of an area called Monti Lessini, which is the mountains that come down from the Alps. Now, this area includes the wines that are listed on the left-hand side. So this is actually the majority of Corvina's base wines. So Valpolicella DOC, Valpolicella Classico, a little bit more fuller-bodied. Amarone della Valpolicella, that is made from those semi-dried grapes, being dry or off-dry in style. And then Recioto della Valpolicella, so the sweet version. They are all made in Valpolicella. So that is the Valley of Many Cellars. That is this kind of light reddish pinkish area here, which goes close to Lake Garda, but north of the city of Verona. Okay. Your style then, we do range in terms of their tannins and their acidities. Most Corvina-based wines will be low to medium tannins and high acids. You will find actually that Amarone will be very concentrated in a lot of those, so quite high acids, quite high tannins, and very full-bodied. The Reciotos, the sweet versions, of course, will have much softer amounts of acids and tannins due to the fact they will be more sugar on your palate. The characteristics we get then, of course, these will also differ depending on the style that are made. For non-appassamento methods, expect things like cherries and plum characteristics. They're quite fruity and they're quite spicy often. A little bit of mint as well is quite common. But for the big boys, for the appassamento Amarone style, think of things like raisins and sultanas and figs, often sort of cigar notes, licorice, oak, so quite powerful chocolatey style wines for the Amarone. So that's it for the Corvina grape variety at level 2. Once again, if you require more information, please do check out the advanced version, which has a huge amount of more information. This is only a 7-minute video, whereas the advanced one is nearly 20 minutes. As ever, there's all the social media handles. Please get in touch. Please leave any comments. It's great to hear from you. Stay safe. Hopefully see you soon for a class or for a glass. Thank you so much.